DTI fam, welcome back, baby, to a episode that we got to be grateful for, to an episode we got to be thankful for, and to an episode that we got to shine light that all you mother better be reflecting, better be excited, better be happy, better be, again, thankful, because this week is Thanksgiving week, and it truly is something that I'm excited about. It's something that I've taken a lot of time and I've challenged a lot of people to also be excited about, to kind of just step back a little bit, sip some coffee. Let's take a moment. Let's take a little moment of silence so you can sit back from whatever you're doing and just sip your coffee. Whether you're a sipper, a slurper, it don't matter. Buckle up, because today we got a short but powerful daily drive-by. And that's because this week is Thanksgiving week, and I just want to challenge you the way that I've challenged people in the Inspire community, the way that I've challenged people in the DTI group that we have. And I want you to know that, like, you're not alone. So many people think that we have to go through our problems alone. So many people think that we have to go through emotions alone. So many people think that we have to go through trials and tribulations that life throws at us alone. So many people think that we have to go on journeys alone as well, whether that's our mental health journey and the battles that we're facing. And it's like, I better just hold this in and I'll get through it. But I'll tell you, if you step outside of that box, if you step outside of the comfort zone, I promise you those mental battles will become a lot easier when you start facing them head on with people around you that are focused in the direction that you want to go in life. So we take a step back in our physical journey, and there's things that we want to achieve. Dylan's going after 100-miler, which is absolutely insane, that most people, including myself, cannot relate to. It does not process in my head why he wants to go and run 100 miles. It does not process in my head how that is something that is like so motivational and so powering for him and so eager to do with excitement. And he knows it's going to be challenging, and going through these training blocks that he's going through with everything else in life. My brain doesn't comprehend why somebody would want to do that. But that's a physical challenge he's going after. Or a physical challenge I'm going after is, I want to start gaining more muscle. I want to start putting on some weight, gaining some more muscle, getting stronger, but do that hybrid style thing where I'm running and doing stuff to maybe possibly do a high rocks next. I have no idea, but that's just the way that I'm thinking. And the great thing about this, and this is what I'm trying to say, is I'm going to relate things to all these buckets, but the physical health journey, you don't have to be on alone. Dylan is not on that 100-miler alone. Those runs that he's on early morning might feel alone. Those runs that he's on during the weekends when everybody's out might feel alone. But what Dylan has is he's got the community backing. He's got his significant others backing. He's got his friends backing to go out there and achieve that and accomplish it. And even though it might not resonate to us that are listening, it's resonating to somebody. And that's why he's documenting the process. That's why he's going out there, spreading the word about it, talking about it, showing the excitement behind it, but also knowing that it's going to be an extremely challenging endeavor that he's embarking on. And so whatever physical challenge you have or you want, take Dylan as like, I want to be that guy. Not saying that you want to go out and run 100 miles, but maybe you want to go out and get 100 more steps. Maybe you want to hit 100 miles in a month. Maybe you want to hit 100 miles in 2 months walking. Like, whatever that is, take what he's doing and use that as fuel and motivation, because what it shows us is that we can learn to develop and grow through challenging ourselves mentally, reaching out to people, being around people that you want to be around, and then physically as well, where we first start off just lacing our shoes up and going and soaking in God's medicine when we're on a walk, taking in the fresh air, not having headphones in, taking in the sunlight early mornings, whatever that looks like, there are levels to this shit. There is literally levels to this shit. And Dylan is just on a different level, but that's because of the discipline that he's had over the last 6, 7, 8, 10 years, whenever he started his journey. And so I say that because that's one thing that I learned when I completed my first marathon a couple weeks ago, is that I once said I would never do a marathon. Literally, there are many, many, many clips and episodes where I'm like, I will never do a fucking marathon. I used to think it was crazy that Dylan wanted to run marathons. And guess what? I ended up running one and it was amazing. The challenges, the adversity, the highs, the lows, the emotions, all of that stuff plays a big part in what transforms our mind to think betterly, think better, act different, change our mindset, change our vision. And so what I am saying is that whatever your physical journey is, get involved in a community, get involved with a coach, get involved with somebody so that way they can push you to stay true to that goal, to stay true to that metric, because it is not hard to achieve things when you check the box daily on these habits. And so be thankful for the mental struggles or the mental journey you're on now. Be thankful for the physical journey you're on now or want to start if you're not in it yet. But also be thankful for your professional life. Like we take too much time out of our day to just bitch about meetings and bitch about the people we work with and bitch about the things that are going on at work. Or if we don't agree with everything, guess what? That's fucking life. It's fucking life. When you go to work, go to work. Get the fucking shit done. And when you leave work, leave it at work. That is the best lesson my mom ever taught me in life, is that when work is over, turn the family and friends back on. Turn the real life back on. Leave work at work. Because ultimately, you complaining about it is only making things 10 times worse. It's like going to therapy and only talking about your problems and then never doing anything to change it. Now, that's my hot take. You don't have to agree with that. But that's the way that I view it, is that unless you are extremely miserable, and if you are, go and get a new job. You can do it. It is out there. It is possible. We've had some of our clients who were extremely unhappy at work that affected all of their other lives, their physical health, their mental health, their relationships, all that. They left that job, got a new one, and now they are flourishing and happier than they've ever been. Because the grass can be greener on the other side when you put in the effort to go and see what is out there and what's available. Taking that knowledge that you've learned so far and applying that forward. Don't get scared and think that you're stuck in one spot or you have to work for a company. You don't. This isn't back in the day when our parents were with a company 20 and 30 years. That's just not how the world is anymore. And that doesn't mean that you're a failure. That doesn't mean that you quit on a project too early and you wanted to see it through. Like, fuck it. If it is affecting your mental and physical and spiritual and relationships, if it's affecting all that, go and get a new one. But majority of the time we create more problems, or we blossom more problems into the universe because we just sit there and complain about stuff after work. And we're talking to our partners about, Becky on the call. She's such a bitch. Becky thinks I can get this project done in such a quick time and I can't because fucking Becky don't know how busy I am and I got too much shit on my plate. Guess what? Make a fucking checklist, get that stuff done, keep rocking, keep rolling, and leave Becky and those goddamn problems at work. It don't do nothing outside of it. So either figure a way to get it done and change it, or get the hell out of there so you ain't got to deal with Becky no more. Fuck you, Becky, if you're listening. I don't even think I know a Becky. Nah, I'm just kidding. But seriously, leave work at work. Start to try and make that change and see how things just kind of naturally get a little bit better, because you're not taking those headaches that you've already dealt with for 8, 9, 10 hours at work back into the personal life. Now go and focus on everything else. The work can wait, the projects can wait, and Becky's fucking meetings can wait as well. But if you're on that journey and you're looking for a new job and stuff, again, get around people that can help you, that can motivate you. Reach out to people. Use your network of people you've formed. And there are a lot of people out there that are in your network. So don't say, well, I've never met anybody in that. Fucking talk to people and see what happens. Have some conversation. Listen. Bet you that person knows somebody that knows somebody. So go after it. Another thing that we can be thankful for, and another thing that we can get around a group of people for, is our spiritual. The 4 pillars of DTI: family, fitness, future, and faith. No particular order right there when I just said those. But another thing is our spiritual. Get closer to God. Start talking to him, whether you publicize it or not. Dylan publicizes his God's journey. I am not there in mine. But guess what? I talk to that guy every single day. I pray. I thank him. And I do a lot of reflecting and talking with him because it makes me feel good. And although I am not this holy person that follows all of these things. I am working on it. I'm improving it. And I continue to watch the services on Sunday, whenever I watch them in the week, that PD does, because his message speaks to me. And I'm like, okay, this is something that I can follow. I feel like he is like me in the sense of how he talks, communicates, and portrays and articulates the scripture when he's reading it. And so I am a very silent journey into my faith, into my spiritual, endeavors. Don't even talk to Lo about it. That's something that I hold close to me right now, that one day I know will be at the forefront of everything that I'm preaching and talking about. But I'm not there yet, and I'm okay with it, because guess what? I'm around people that are. I'm around people that are going towards it. There was a great conversation that I had walking to a bar the other day, celebrating Dylan's birthday. Went out for a little bit with the boys in the group and just celebrated him, man. Being thankful again that, we get to celebrate another birthday in Charlotte together. And it's cool just to see like where his journey's come in the 32 years. And while we were on that walk, him and somebody else were talking, and I was just kind of silently listening. And I was like, man, this is powerful. And so it's just surrounding yourself with those people, so that way little nuggets and little droplets get in there, so that way you can continue to think, act, and move forward in whatever those buckets are in your life that are important to you. But another thing to be thankful for is family and friends. And I know that each one of those family and friends buckets, I know that there can be times where it's draining. It can be times where it's exhausting. It can be times where you think that people are judging you or not supporting you. There can be times, obviously, extremely good and extremely, happy, and everybody is there to support you and push you forward in whatever you're working at. But I think we put a lot of pressure on this family and friends buckets because we hold expectations for people. And one thing that I want to say is, when you stop holding expectations for people, life gets better. It gets a lot better, because the only person that you should have expectations on, in my opinion, is yourself, and also your partner in life, whoever that is. And those expectations are not to be like, you need to be this way or else I'm not going to be with you. But those expectations are that, I'm going to show up for myself every single day, so that way I can show up for Lo. My expectations are that, if she's having a busy day, how can I make those minutes and day better outside of the stressful and the busy? When she has a hard time, how can I be there to support her? What can I do without her realizing that I'm doing it to just make life a little bit easier? Like, there's different expectations. It can be something as simple as like filling up their gas tank for them or something like that. Like, just little things, to hold yourself accountable, to be able to show up for not only yourself, but that person as well. And it goes back to our friends and family of like holding these expectations that they need to think a certain way, that they need to support us in a certain way, that they need to be on the same track that we are, and we just don't understand why they don't see this and that. Like, eliminate all those expectations that you have for outside people and just focus on yourself and the person closest to you, whoever that is. Because when you do that, you control everything that's going on in your life, and you see things from introverted perspective, or an intro bubble perspective, in terms of like what you're striving for and working towards, because the reality is, like, not everybody's going to see your dreams. Not everybody's going to see this reality that you want. Not everybody's going to understand like how you're doing certain things in life, or what you're doing like doesn't make sense. Are you making the right decisions? And when you start listening to all those different opinions, which we all have, and you have them for your family and friends as well, like, you just got to realize that the people are saying stuff not to, hopefully, if they're your family and friends, not to like dig at you or to bring you down or to think that they're better than you, but they're just going based off of their life decisions that they've made and the journey in life that they've seen. And so, although we might not agree with all the advice and guidance they give or input that they give, that doesn't mean that you got to get mad at them. That doesn't mean that they're a bad person, even if it's like political or religious views. Like, all that shit is what they believe in. Like, let them believe in it, and don't worry about it. Like, if you truly love the person because they're your family or friend, like, get through whatever the outside noise is and just focus on your bubble and hold the expectations for you and your immediate family, and you'll see how life starts to really turn around and the direction change, because you're eliminating those outside noise, those outside factors. And so again, it's just like eliminating Becky and her meetings from your home life. Like, you don't have to bring certain things into your life, even if other people are saying them or thinking them. And I think that that's the most powerful thing is that when you cannot have expectations for people to show up for you in this time and to support you here and to do these things, like shit really turns around and it really does get a lot better. And so I challenge you to kind of eliminate those, expectations. I didn't realize coffee made me burp so much, and I don't know why it is. Maybe it's because I'm talking too damn much and too damn fast. But have the expectations on the coffee. If it's shitty coffee, don't drink that. Get a good cup of coffee so that way you can reflect and ponder on the moment and the weeks that have come and gone and that are still here. But the last thing that I want to say is two things. One, how do I want to end this? Do I want to start with one or the other one? You know what? Let's just say, since we're on the topic of Thanksgiving and I'm putting all these different buckets, like these are things that are important to me. These are the buckets that are important to me and the things that I believe that we should focus on. And so what I've done is, like, in the Inspired community and our group that we have, I challenge people to just step back and reflect on life. Look at 2025 so far and see what you've done really well and where you've fallen short based off of the metrics and goals that you set for yourself, whether it was this week, this month, this year, and see how you fell short and how you can get back on the train and how can you go after that. And so I've been reflecting a lot because there's a lot of things in the works that Dylan and I want to do with this DTI brand and the legacy that we want to live on and the things that we want to do in life. And it's just given me a lot of time to reflect and just be grateful and thankful for this journey so far. Some people, they laugh and they're like, man, they're not making any traction in the last 4 years. But when you're on the inside and you're looking at the traction that we're making based off of the messaging and the communication that people are giving us on how they're starting certain things, that's what's important. The likes and the shares and the comments on posts, like, that's not what's important. Like, our message is being heard. And it's so powerful because we're working on things that it can get heard on a bigger scale, a greater scale, and how we can impact more lives. And it's exciting. And so during this journey and this time this year, I've taken a lot of time to reflect, especially right now, on like, where could I have done better? Where can I improve? And what can I keep doing to move forward? Because I don't sit and harp on the negatives or the downfalls or the failures that life has, because those are all lessons that I've learned from. And I'm going to continue to learn, develop, and grow from those in order to be able to push this forward, not only for myself, but for Dylan, not only for Dylan and I, but for Lauren and Mandy. And we're going to keep moving this thing forward because we believe in it so much. And so I want you to just go after those things that you believe in and conquer them and achieve them, because you have what it takes in order to reach any success you want, in order to reach any happiness you want, in order to reach any goals or metrics that you have. But I think the most important thing is getting involved in a community and getting outside of your comfort zone to be able to step forward. Stop holding yourself back by thinking if you reach out to somebody, if you join a group, if you do all these things, like, it might be awkward or this or that. Like, nothing is awkward unless you make it awkward. And so if you want that change, if you want that direction in life to just keep propelling forward, then be around those people that are doing the same thing. I look at my TikTok and my Instagram feed, and dude, I got 15 people that are building businesses right now, going after their dreams, trying to reach and achieve and make the changes for their family, not only for their immediate family, but for that legacy and what they leave behind for their kids. And there's just so many people, whether they're going after a business or going after an endurance event, like, they are challenging the status quo. They are pushing their limits mentally, physically, spiritually, emotionally, and they're going after it relentlessly, which I think is so freaking cool. And because we're surrounded by those type of people, I think that's what's motivated us to be able to think differently, to be like, that's the direction we're going now. And the direction has always been the same. It's always been the North Star for us of bridging that gap between mental and physical health. But the direction and trajectory of how you get there changes a little bit, because as you learn, develop, and grow and get feedback and all these different things, it gets tailored. So that way that rocky and hilly and dirty, rough terrain that you're on ends up becoming a smooth pave runway to take off on. And I think that we got that smooth runway to take off on, and that plane is starting to pick up speed, and it's really cool. And again, I bring all of these things up today because I'm truly thankful for them, and it's the week of Thanksgiving. So I want you guys to just take that time to reflect, look back on your life, and see what you can do differently and improve on to be able to reach and achieve those heights that you want to in life. Because there's nothing more important than feeling valued and seeing the success of the effort that you put in. And so wherever you are in your journey, whatever you're working towards, you have what it takes. Go out there and show love this week. Enjoy the time with your family and friends. This life is short that we have. And no matter what direction or where you are right now, just get involved with people. Reach out to us if you want to and hear more about the Inspire community, because we got y'all. We'll add you to the group. If you want to get added to the group, just let us know. And let's start really honing in on these different metrics and goals and dreams and ambitions that we have in life, because it is short. So stop wasting time. Dylan's already 32 years old, and he could look back and be like, fuck, I should have started back in the day. But he doesn't have to, because he did start, and he's exactly where he needs to be right now, and he's going in the direction he is, just like all of us. And I use him because his birthday just passed, and I see everything that he's going towards, and it's really cool. It's extremely motivational to watch it. And I know when you're around people like Dylan, they make you better, they make you more wholesome, and they give you a sense of purpose to just see how you can continue to challenge yourself, both physically, mentally, spiritually, emotionally, professionally, relationshiply, and keep moving in that direction that you want to in life, because of those challenges that teach you so much, not at the finish line, but along the journey that takes you to that finish line. So that's all I got for you guys today. Go and enjoy all that food. Stuff those fucking faces. Get all the Black Friday sales, even though they're not as great as they once used to be. But I'll definitely be doing some shopping, eating a lot of food, and enjoying some drinks with family this Thanksgiving. So much love to you guys. If there's anything I can do for you, you already know that I'm here for you. Even if I don't know you, reach out, message, and we'll get this train rolling, baby. That's all I got for y'all. Have the desire to inspire. Go out there and enjoy life. Make the most of it. And we'll talk soon, baby. It's on.